Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the European Football All-Time channel, and today, welcome to my Game Week 16 Serie A predictions. Nice many games this week because Napoli, AC Milan, Inter Milan and Bologna are currently out in Saudi Arabia in the Italian Super Cup, so there isn't many games this week, but still some big games to talk about. So yeah, smash a like, subscribe, and let's get into the video. And the first game sees Lazio face Cremonese at the Stadio Olimpico. Of course, both of these teams kind of around mid-table at the moment. Obviously, Lazio kind of are a little bit closer to the European positions than Cremonese are. Lazio, I think they won last week. I'm not too sure. Again, apologies about my memory. It's not really the greatest. But one thing I do know is that Lazio, I think I've got a decent record against Cremonese. So if you're looking at that, they'll be probably. I think Lazio on paper might probably be favourites coming into this, in my opinion. But Cremonese recently they've been a bit up and down. I think they. I can't remember actually. I'm not really too sure. But like I said, Lazio on paper probably are the favourites, so I'll back them to win 2-1. And the next game we have got Juventus versus Roma at the Allianz Stadium. That's the Stadio Olimpico there. But yeah, Juventus beating Bologna last week 1-0. Very tight game, I have to say, from what I saw. Roma, I think, won as well last week against Como, which was a good win for Roma, that considering how good Como are. I will get some line in a minute, so you will be able to see me, don't worry. But this is a big game, really. You could say for both teams, but I think mainly it's more bigger for Roma. Of course, Roma, with AC Milan, Napoli and Inter all not playing this weekend because they're all out in Saudi Arabia in the Italian Super Cup. But I think this is a big opportunity for Roma to move closer. I think Roma can go second. I think if they win, I think they go level on points. Or I think Inter are top in the moment. I'm not too sure. I think it's either them or Napoli. I'm not 100% sure. But this is just a big opportunity, in my opinion, for Roma to get a big 3 points and keep their title dreams alive. But it won't be easy though. Juventus are a decent side. I think they're a couple points behind Roma. I think Juve are on 26 points in the moment, so a win for them could be quite big as well. I probably wouldn't say they're in the title fight at the moment, Juve. They're probably more in the European fight. But if they do win this game, Juve, then maybe they could be added into the title race conversation. Who knows? Also as well, Juve have actually got a decent home record in the league against Roma. I think Roma in the league in the last however many games it is, I can't really remember. I think Roma have only won once, so I think Roma have only won once or something like that. But I do say it most videos, to be fair, we have got to give credit to Gianpiero Gasperini, because he has done an absolutely fantastic job, and you've got to give the credits to him. You have got to give the credits to him. He's taken Roma to a position where they probably haven't been really in a long time. And I think the way Roma are going at the moment, they've definitely got a good chance of winning the league. They've just got to keep up the consistency. They've got to keep up winning. They've got to keep on winning, keep putting in good, consistent performances, and then maybe they'll have a chance of winning the title. But like I said, for this game it won't be easy. Juve are a decent side, but I'm going to go for draw. I don't think they'll lose Roma, but I don't think they'll win. But yeah, Roma fans, let me know in the comments, would you take a point in this game? Let me know. But yeah, 2-2. And the next game is Cagliari versus Pisa. Now, I think both of these teams lost last week. Atalanta beat Cagliari, and I think Pisa went to Lecce and lost 1-0. Cagliari, I think, are on 17 points at the moment, so I think they're around 6 points above the drop, so they've kind of got a little bit of a breathing space between where they are at the moment and the relegation. So this game's probably more bigger and important for Pisa. I think Parma aren't playing this weekend. I'm assuming that they're meant to be playing one of the teams that are currently out in Saudi. So if Pisa do win here, it will be very, very big. But Cagliari, they've been doing decent recently. I think it'll be a tight game. I'm going to go 2-1 to Cagliari. And next up we have Sassuolo versus Torino. Now Torino, I think, narrowly beat Cremonese. I think they played Cremonese last week, I'm not sure. But I know AC Milan drew with Sassuolo in the last game. I didn't actually stream that game, AC Milan Sassuolo. And in fairness, I thought it was a decent game. To be fair, I thought Sassuolo actually played really good in that game. I thought, like I said, I just thought they played really well. I thought they made it very difficult for AC Milan. I thought AC Milan were going to go on and win, but they didn't. Obviously, Sassuolo, I think, scored quite late on. Sassuolo scored quite late on to gain a point, but they've been really good, Sassuolo, this season. And they've adapted really well. Grosso has got them playing some good football, and they've just been really good since they've come back up, Sassuolo. And Torino hasn't really been the same for them. They are kind of getting dragged down into that relegation battle. If they can get a win here, it will be big for them. But Sassuolo, if they can get a win, it'll keep their European ambitions alive. And from watching that Sassuolo game last week, I think they'll win, to be fair. I thought they played some decent stuff. So I'm going to go 3-0 Sassuolo. And next up is Fiorentina versus Udinese. Now, Fiorentina lost at home, I think, in the 90th minute to Hellas Verona. Meanwhile, Udinese beat Napoli 1-0. Was not expecting that, so fair play to Udinese. But Fiorentina, I literally backed you guys to win. I was looking at it, I was like, right, it's 19th in the league. Verona are quite leaky defensively, and I think Fiorentina got the decent attacking quality to beat them. But no, they still lost. If Fiorentina cannot beat second bottom in the league, then I don't even know what to say about them anymore. They're on 6 points going into Christmas. I just cannot believe how bad they have been this season. I think out of the top 5 leagues, I think Fiorentina and I think it's Wolves are the only teams to have not won a game yet. But last year Fiorentina, I think, were fighting for the title at one point, and now they're looking to stay up. It's just mad, really. But Udinese, they'll be feeling confident after beating Napoli. So my prediction, I'm going to go 2-1 Udinese. And the final game of game week 16, in Serie A, we have got Genoa versus Atalanta. Genoa losing against Inter last week. Atalanta did win against Cagliari. To be fair play to Danilo De Rossi, by the way. I think he's done really well since coming in at Genoa. I think he's only lost 2 games since coming in. So he's turned Genoa's season around, so fair play to him. And Atalanta, they've been decent, to be fair, under Palladino. Of course, got a narrow win, really, against Cagliari. But to be fair, in the Champions League, beating Chelsea recently, also beating Frankfurt as well. 2 teams who are decent, to be fair. Frankfurt, I think, were predicted to do quite well in the Bundesliga this season. I don't think they've done too well, to be fair. And speaking of Frankfurt, might go live for one of their games in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned to which game it is. But I might go live for it, I'm not sure yet. But but this will be a tough test You could say for Genoa, Atalanta are starting to go on the rise a little bit. Genoa, if they can win here, will be big. I'm going to go 2-1 Atalanta. I think they'll just about scrape it. It'll be a tight game, I think. But yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 to Atalanta. So yeah, of course. Thank you for watching this video. Smash a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.